Today we have the Raj Shamani. He's a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, and a motivational speaker. He was invited to give a speech at United Nations at just age of 17. His company crossed a turnover of 70 crore this year. Also, he has spoken over 100 speeches at 23 plus countries. He helped over 20 lakh students get education. So let's start with him. I'd like to start by asking, was the detergent your first business, like the drop?
Yeah, that was the only thing which I did. Actually, before that, I applied to like many internships and many FMCG companies as well, but nobody gave me an opportunity because my profile wasn't good enough, and in fact, my CV sucked. So nobody wanted to give me an opportunity. I remember that I've applied to across like more than 50-60 internships. Everybody rejected. So I didn't have any other option but to start my own business.
Okay. So, and you stated that it was pretty easy, like you just made your brand, the drop, you just made the formula and then you distributed it for free. Was it really that simple? Or?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. I mean, I realized like all you need to do is start doing it. I mean, it was very easy. It's like I got to know everything by Google. So I Googled how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. And unlike many people who also search a lot of things on Google, I started actually doing it what Google said instead of just reading about it. So that way it worked out. So it's pretty easy for everyone, whoever starts working.
And teenagers these days, they are like they get depressed pretty easily. Like their parents shout at them, they get depressed, they get low marks, they get depressed. Like depression is like second thing for them. It's like a hobby for them. What advice would you like to give them? Like it's very common nowadays. Like it's a trend. People think, yeah, I'm depressed. Like it's a thing for to be show off, something like that.
Okay, so number one thing is they're not depressed. They're just sad about the moment where they need the maximum attention, maximum love, maximum care, or they probably need someone, a mentor or a friend to tell them like, okay, you can get over this, because they get so obsessed with one particular thing that way that it's too close to their heart. So I think more than blaming the people who are getting depressed about themselves or their situations or in their lives, majorly because of some setback or a breakup or something like that, more than telling them or asking them or giving them advice, my thing is for other people like us and other friends who don't have anything like this. Those one can be the most supporting pillars for everyone else, because if they start supporting, if they started giving them love and care, if they started putting some sense in their mind, they would stop thinking the way they are thinking. So the maximum, I think this is everyone we need to understand, is the moment we see somebody, instead of making fun of them, we need to start putting some sense in them, and we need to start giving them some love and attention which they require at the moment.
Okay. Young people like me, we try out new things, but when we fail or when we not grow up, it feels like very demotivating. Like जैसे मैंने business start किया, वो आगे नहीं बढ़ा, रुक गया, बल्कि खत्म हो गया. बहुत demotivating होता है. ऐसा लगता है आगे क्या होगा. Like बहुत ज़्यादा stress होता है कि future में क्या होगा, future में successful होंगे नहीं होंगे, पैसा आएगा नहीं आएगा, क्या होगा future में, job तो नहीं करनी पड़ जाएगी कहीं आखिर में जाके. इस सब से बहुत demotivating होता है. तो उसको कैसा like how this shouldn't happen?
Yeah, number one thing, I told you about this earlier as well, and even I now. When you start expecting so much out of whatever you're doing, out of the work which you're putting in, that's where you lose. Like if you love something, or if you're doing something, if you're just doing because you want to have a financial freedom or do something like that, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to speaking, when it comes to just doing any artistic work which you want to do, if you stop expecting results or just focus on doing, you'll stop thinking about it this way, okay, I'm not getting this or I'm not getting that, because what do you ultimately want? That at the end of the day, it all boils down to that. If you are starting something with expectations of getting something in return, dude, you have lost already. I mean, it's just not me, it's with other people who I know, all the mentors I've met, all the YouTube like good speakers who I admire, they all say the same thing, and word to word everybody says the same thing. If you expect too much, you're gonna lose. So but stop expecting. Like if you are getting demotivated just because you couldn't score, let's say you wanted to make 10,000 rupees a day, and then you made like 2,000 rupees a day, and you're demotivated. Oh my god, like, I can't do anything, dude. That's just you have not lost. because if you made 2000 beats, you are
It's
lost
amount,
because
yeah.
it's because you're expecting too much too soon.
Yeah, okay. It's regarding your personal life, not so much personal. Like, how do you cope up with your personal life with so much work? Always, I've seen in your Instagram stories, like your work, 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 so much work. How do you like enjoy your life? How do you live your life?
I don't I enjoy doing this. Okay, so not many people understand this one thing, that business is what my work is, and speaking is what I enjoy. So I enjoy both the things because all the content which I speak on is something which I get from the business. So if I won't do that, I won't be able to have a content to speak on. So it's kind of interrelated. So I don't need a personal life apart from that. And like, these things never pump me up. People do. I love to meet new people. I love to travel to new places. I love to interact with as many new minds as I can. And speaking is one platform which is giving me this opportunity. So it never feels like work. That's why I'm like always working. And people think that it's kind of like he's working too much, he's going over the board, but they don't realize that like I'm enjoying. This is way better than partying in any club for me.
Okay, great. Just one last question. I'm also into network marketing. So, for all those who are into network marketing, there are lots of negative comments.
My bigger thing, rather would be like I gave a very vague answer, whether it's network marketing or any other field. If other people are calling you something and you get very demotivated, the number one thing which can shut them up are results.
Yeah.
Like, is result. That's it. If you can show them instead of talking to them, that would be the bigger slap on their faces. That would shut them up way more in a better and effective way than anything else. So if someone's telling you, oh bacha, you just show them your fucking income and you're like, dude, this is what I made this month, what did you do, bitch? Like, you know, that way, that would really blow up other person's mind. So if you're in MLM is what we call, right? Multi-level marketing. So if you're in that particular thing and you're making 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand, I don't know how much you're making. If you're making that much, another person who's saying this is not making shit, you don't need to have to care.
Alright. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I would like to thank Raj personally for letting me record this video with him. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like, share and comment our video. Thank you.